My name is Lex. I'm 21 years old and I'm queer identified. I live in Vancouver, British Columbia now, but I was raised in Boston, Massachusetts, or at least a small suburb outside of Boston called Lexington. Lexington is actually quite a liberal town. There's a pride flag hanging in Lexington Center. There's a day of silence. There's a gay-straight alliance. A couple of my teachers were out of the closet, which is incredible. Yet, I experienced overt homophobia in middle school and in high school that really affected me. And so, the best way for me to tell you that it gets better, that it gets so much better, is by telling you my story. I came out of the closet when I was 4. Well, I didn't come out of the closet when I was 4. I realized I was queer when I was 4. I came out of the closet to my sister in 2nd grade. In 7th grade, I had my first girlfriend. Her name was Samantha. She was a family friend that I've known forever. She's happily married now to a woman in Boston. But in 7th grade, we experimented with one another. We wrote each other love notes in middle school. My nickname for her was Bubbles, after I believe it was a kids TV show character. So we wrote notes to one another, and one of my notes got intercepted by this girl named Susan. Susan read the note. She did not like it. She did not like what I had written. She did not like the kind of relationship Samantha and I had, and she made herself known. The first thing she did was she started writing letters to me, signed Bubbles, and putting them into my locker. These letters involved me believing that Samantha was calling me a faggot, calling me a creep, saying she didn't care about me. Susan also told all of the jocks that I was a dyke, which led to me being pushed into lockers, having locker doors slammed on my hands, being pushed and being called a faggot every time I saw them in the hallway. This lasted 2 years. In high school, things got a bit better. People became a little more politically correct, yet there was still a lot of homophobia. We had a day of silence, for example, and people wore t-shirts with a man and a woman, and then underneath it said, "This is the way it's supposed to be." There were bomb threats on the day of silence. The Westboro Baptist Church actually picketed my sister's high school graduation. Kids who came out of the closet in high school were treated as freaks. They were treated like they were in the circus or something. It was horrible, and I was terrified to come out of the closet because of my experiences in middle school and high school. I think one thing that any queer identified child can relate to is that overwhelming feeling of loneliness. That feeling that I don't love myself. And if you aren't giving yourself, if you aren't telling the whole truth about yourself, how can you develop a relationship or a friendship? And I didn't. Samantha was really my only true friend in middle school, and unfortunately I freaked out at her in 8th or 9th grade and stopped talking to her because of this whole thing. I came out of the closet when I was 19, pretty much right after high school. And the huge difference that I experienced between the age of 18 in high school and 19 out of high school was I didn't feel lonely anymore. I felt loved, and people accepted me with my sexuality included. There was no hatred towards me for being queer. People seemed to even love me more because I was giving more of myself. I fell in love for the first time when I was 19. And that's what really pushed me forward. And I found this epic happiness in somebody. I realized it couldn't be wrong. That there was nothing wrong with it. Loving someone, putting love out into the world, there's nothing bad about it. Regardless of their gender. Regardless of their sexuality. So what I have to tell you is that after high school and after living these next couple years with assholes telling you that you're different, telling you that you're a faggot, calling you a dyke, pushing you, it gets better. And you'll find that you love yourself. And you'll find people who love you. And you'll find that you're no different. Just because of your sexuality, you are no different. That is what's so incredible about Vancouver, is that my sexuality isn't really even considered to be a part of my identity, in the sense that I'm not that queer girl at University of British Columbia. No, I'm Lex. I'm Lex. There's the first 5 things someone thinks about me isn't that I'm queer. And that's beautiful. So you'll find that. You might have to search for it a little bit, but it's there. And you never know. These people might already be in your life. You just have to give them a chance. I'm not telling you to come out now. I'm telling you to come out when you feel comfortable with it. I'm still not out to everybody in high school. And I will never be. But I'm happy. And I wasn't happy when I was 12 or 13. And you're beautiful. And that's it. Okay, bye.